Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Physics with NK Bhatt. To learn concepts of physics, subscribe this channel and press the bell icon button to notified of every new video. In the last two video lectures, we discussed about the reflection and refraction of plane wavefront. Today in this section, we'll talk about these two phenomena simultaneously for different surfaces. So let us begin with the convex lens. When the wavefront AB, which is a plane wavefront, incidents over the surface of convex lens, then what kind of shape is acquired by the refracted wavefront, that you will understand here. You can see in the diagram AB is a plane wavefront which is incidenting over the convex lens. When it is refracted through the convex lens, it gets converted into spherical wavefront. You can see here the shape is spherical for the refracted wavefront, and the rays associated with the wavefront, since they are perpendicular to the wavefront, so these rays will appear to converge at a single point. So we can list these two outcomes of this ray diagram. The incident wavefront the incident wavefront changed into spherical wavefront, and rays appear to converge at a single point. You can see all the rays, if you produce them forward, they will converge at a single point. So one important aspect you should understand, that the wavefront acquired the shape parallel to the first surface at which it is incidenting. When it comes to concave lens, just see in this diagram, again here AB is a plane wavefront which is incidenting over the concave lens. After getting refracted, the wavefront acquired spherical shape, but this time the rays are diverging. They appear to diverge from a single point. If you produce them backward, they will meet at a single point. Again, you can see the wavefront acquired the shape parallel to the first surface over which the wavefront is incidenting. So these two outcomes we can list. The plane wavefront changed into spherical wavefront, and the rays appear to diverge from a single point. Then it comes to reflection. These two diagrams are related to refraction. If you talk about mirrors, then concave mirror is converging mirror. It always converges all the parallel rays incidenting on it. But here we have taken incident wavefront AB, which is a plane wavefront. After getting reflected from this concave mirror, the shape of wavefront has changed into the spherical form, and the rays are, you can see, if you produce them forward, they will meet at a single point and they are converging at a single point. So the two outcomes here, the plane wavefront changed into spherical wavefront, and the rays appear to converge at single point. For the mirror, if we go for another option, that is convex mirror, if the plane wavefront is made to fall over the reflecting surface of convex mirror, then you can see AB is plane wavefront which is incidenting over the convex mirror. After getting reflection, this shape of this wavefront has changed into spherical wavefront, and the rays, you can see, appear to diverge from a single point. If you produce them backward, they will definitely meet at a single point. That point will be the point of divergence. So these two outcomes we can list again here. The plane wavefront changed into spherical wavefront, and rays appear to diverge from a single point. In the same sequence, if we consider the plane mirror, then see this diagram. AB is the plane wavefront which incidents over the reflecting surface of plane mirror, after getting reflected, the wavefront is still plane wavefront and the rays are as it is parallel. So reflected wavefront is also plane wavefront and all the rays are parallel because the reflecting surface is a plane surface. That's why it has not acquired any spherical shape. Last but not least, we are considering prism. When the plane wavefront incidents over the surface of prism, then you can see the refracted wavefront is also a plane wavefront, but its orientation or alignment is parallel to the first surface over which the plane wavefront incidents. So these outcomes we can list. The refracted wavefront is also a plane wavefront and it is parallel to the first surface. All the rays are still parallel because the refracted wavefront is plane wavefront. So in this lecture I tried to cover all the possible surfaces of refraction and reflection over which the wavefront can incident and how the wavefront behaves, that also we have studied. Hope you will learn through this video lecture about this concept. Keep watching, keep learning.